Hi everyone, this is Lady Lex UK and this is Talking Dreams, and today I am talking to the Burgervan. Hi there.
Hello.
It seems a bit weird. I know it seems a bit weird talking to completely nobody right now, but just forget about that and just talk to me. It's all fine.
Of course.
Yeah. Thank you very much for agreeing to talk to me. Hopefully more people will also come forward and say they want to be victimised. I mean, interviewed by me, and I really pleased that you chose to do it because you've made some of my favourite games. So we're going to be playing some of your games and talking about what Dreams is for you and what you like to do and that sort of thing. So I've got a series of questions. So first of all, we'll start with some stats. For those of you who don't know who the Burgervan is, and apologies if I keep calling you the Burger King or something, because it's I've been worried about saying that all day. It's like, don't say the Burger King. Don't say the Burger King. Don't say the Tiger King. Don't just
It's hard to get mad about being called a Burger King, so.
Yeah, but you don't want to be called the Tiger King, do you? Really? That wouldn't be good. Right. So yeah. Okay. The Burger Van then. Well, according to In Dreams, you've played 2,894 creations, 491 hours of Dreams. And by the way, we did try and do this interview a few weeks ago, and we had some technical issues with the microphones, and so these stats have gone up. You've done 50 hours more Dreams than last time we did the interview. And I think you've played 150 more creations. So
that number doesn't sound right at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem very high, does it?
I've probably spent just that amount of time on my last game. So.
I'm very dubious about the stats that are on In Dreams. I'm still going to sort of give them out because it's the only ones I've got. But I mean, 491 hours of Dreams, if you think that doesn't sound right, then it probably isn't. Because mine's not right. I know it definitely isn't. Anyway, it says you've created 342 creations. And of those that you've made, you've got 3 Media Molecule picks, picks, which is Great Job Human, Infinity Jump, and Kubrick. 2 of your games are on the Play. What's it called? The Play. Oh goodness, I forgot what it's called.
Pick up and play.
Pick up and play. The pick up and play list. I'm calling it the pup list, but nobody's going to know what that is. So yeah, pick up and play. That's Kubrick and Infinity Jump. And that's good going. You get 2 in there. There aren't that many.
I was very surprised. I saw just a couple days ago. I saw a notification saying that Infinity Jump was an pick, and I thought it's been an pick for a while now, so I had no idea what was going on.
Yes, the pick up and play list. It's a very short list of games that they think are ones to introduce people to Dreams. I'm assuming.
Right.
I have no idea. Anyway,
that's what I assume it is too. Yeah.
Yeah. And 4 of your creations have been streamed in Media Molecule's Thursday stream. I can't speak. Kubrick, Great Job Human, Super Great Job Human, and Infinity Jump. So it's the same. It's the same usual suspects there. Yes. That win everything. And you have 2 Impy Awards: Best Sound Design for Great Job Human and Best Gameplay for Kubrick. So you're well famous. And if I look at the top 500, we've got Kubrick at number 24, Great Job Human at 31, Super Great Job Human at 110, and Infinity Jump at 162. So let's have a look at your most popular game, shall we? Most thumbs up. Let's have a look. So that would be Kubrick. 30,783 thumbs up, and it's been played 186,000 times. How does that make you feel?
It feels pretty good. It's it's the very first game I've ever made, so to have it played that many times.
Yeah, the community have played it for 2 years. That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And you see the argument all the time about when people see Dreams, they think like well, why aren't these people just making games in Unreal or in Unity?
Yeah.
And I mean, the community is a big reason to make games in Dreams. Like, if I made a game in Unity and just put it out there, I'd probably have like 10 people play it, mostly my friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think people underestimate how difficult it is to actually first make a game in those programs, and secondly, publicize them, market them, get them out there, get them played. Yeah,
Exactly. Especially
it's
if you're just learning.
yeah,
Like, most people don't want to play amateur games, really.
sure. Yeah, that's exactly it. That is exactly it.
And
And this,
short experiences, too.
yes, yeah, because people want this. If they're paying for a thing, they want to get their money's worth. They want really long games, and although you can make those in Dreams, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And most people just want to get something done, get something out there. So, how long do you normally take to make a game? I mean, how long did Kubrick take you? Do you think?
Kubrick probably the final version probably took about 2.5 months, I'd say. I made a beta version during the beta. So, I mean, if you include the time that I spent on that, maybe three months. But that's usually how long most of my games take to make.
And do you concentrate on one game at a time, or do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So it's.
I usually become obsessed with what I'm making after a certain period of time. Like, once I really get into the development, then I just become obsessed with it and spend all my time doing that. I couldn't think of working on another project at the same time.
And is Dreams a daily thing for you, or a weekend thing, or?
Yeah, it depends. I'll go through periods where I'm just working on it every day for like long periods of time. Then I'll take breaks. So I'll admit I'm pretty obsessed with it. So most days I do it, but like I said, not every day.
And
I'd burn myself out if I did it every day.
And how many hours would you think you'd spend on Dreams in a session?
Depends if I'm working. If I'm working in maybe like 3 or 4 hours. If I have the day off, it can be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
More than I'd like to admit, but
there's nothing wrong with that. I'm on it. I'm on it all day. I'm on it 8 hours a day, every day. There's other people that do that.
You have daily content to make, though. So
I do, but it's also the fact that I'm sat at home doing nothing. But then the housework suffers. So
yeah. Oh, I was off work for a couple months when I was making Infinity Jump because of the pandemic, and I was just dreaming all day long, every day.
Well, yeah, it's and why not? To be honest, I mean, what else are we going to be doing?
Oh yeah, I can't go out. Can't see my friends. I might as well work on Dreams.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Right, how did you come to the idea for this particular game then, Kubrick? Is it based on anything, or?
The very initial germ of an idea came from wanting to make a game like Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, which is a Nintendo game, which is also the basis for Pip Gemwalker. So if you haven't played Captain Toad, you know the style of game. Toad. Yeah.
So, and what's that on? What's that console?
That's on the Switch, and I think it was originally on the Wii U.
Oh well, there you go.
But basically, you can rotate the levels horizontally to find secrets and stuff like that. So I was thinking about doing something like that, but then I had the idea of if you could rotate the level in every direction, and then kind of everything came off of that idea.
So your aim was to make something original, but based on something that you knew.
Yeah. That's actually how a lot of my games start.
Yeah.
But I always do that knowing that the game will change so much in development that it won't really look like that original inspiration. Except for Great Job Human. That's obviously based on Astrobot. And still very much resembles that.
Did I die? I'm not sure what happened there. Have I got back to... Well, I don't know what's happened. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Help! Right, okay. Okay. I don't know what happened. Oh, wrong way. I accidentally fell through the gate. I think I'm... Am I in the next cube? I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am. I don't know what happened.
I can't even see the video feed of it for some reason. It's...
Oh dear. I don't know which way I need to go or anything. The cube's over to my right, so I guess I've got to go right. Anyway, so would you ever consider making a game that was a remake of something, a straight remake of something?
Not really, no. That doesn't really interest me. It seems way more limiting than making an original game. Like I'm always coming up with new ideas during the development, so it'd be really stifling to just not follow those inspirations, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people seem to they have the idea that making a remake of a game that you love, that you really like, is a great way of learning.
I think that's probably true.
And that's why there's so many of them in Dreams.
Well,
but I don't think that's... You don't... I can tell from the way you said, well, you don't think that's the case either.
Yeah, well, I think that first statement can be true, but I don't think that's the reason for a lot of the remakes in Dreams.
No, neither do I. I wish there was less remakes myself, but
yeah.
I like to see.
I don't really play them anyway.
Right.
So it doesn't really affect me. If people want to do it, that's fine with me. Like, I guess it probably affects you more because you have to actually play all this stuff for your channel.
Yeah. So yeah, and I do play a lot of.
And some of it is genuinely good. I don't want to completely disparage the people that are making it.
Oh no, this is the thing. There are some really good remakes of stuff.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, okay, as much as I admire the fact that this looks exactly like Mario 64 or Fallout or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so worried for them that the people that own the IP for those could just say to Sony, take that down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's terrible that they've spent all that time and all that effort making something that looks great as that, and they've got the talent to do it, and then nobody can see it. It just seems such a shame.
But at the same time, I mean, those people know the risks when they start making those games. At least I think most of them do.
I think they do, but I think they're a bit like, but nobody takes it down. Nobody cares what I'm doing. I'm not being paid for it. Nobody cares, and I think that's how a lot of people view it. Is that it's nobody's going to be bothered about my little thing.
Or that happens sometimes, but it won't happen to me.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't need to worry about that for you because you don't do that. So that's good. So when did you first find out about Dreams? Why did you decide that this was a game that you wanted to be involved in?
When did I find out about it? I mean, I definitely remember seeing their little presentation at the PlayStation 4 reveal event before it was even called Dreams publicly. But I didn't really think much of it because I didn't have a PS3, so I hadn't played Little Big Planet. I didn't have any experience with Media Molecule, so I didn't have any excitement for Dreams. It wasn't until quite a few years later, I had just gotten a PS4 years after it had released, and I was just looking at lists of games that were coming up that I might be interested in, and I remembered seeing something about Dreams and how you could create your own games or something. So I looked into that, started watching some videos on YouTube, and just became obsessed with it. Got super excited for the beta, And then, yeah, that's how I learned about it.
So, had you made games on other platforms and other programs and things that
No,
before that? No. So,
no.
Dreams is your first go at making games. People aren't going to believe that. They're not. They're not going to believe that.
I mean,
Nothing.
that's
You sure?
no. I made levels in Far Cry map editors, and I used RPG Maker on the PlayStation 1 quite a bit, but I never actually finished anything on that. And that was very simple compared to modern RPG makers.
So, have you always wanted to make games, or is it just a new thing that's
No, not
just?
really. I've always had like a general interest in game design, and I've always had ideas for games, but I think that's true of a lot of people. Um, I didn't realize how much I would enjoy it before before Dreams. Um, it really has become like an obsession. It's a new hobby for me. Um, it's kind of taken over other hobbies.
I think Media Molecule will be really pleased to know that there are people out there that have come to Dreams and it's their first go at even contemplating making a game. Because
I bet that's a lot of people.
I hope it's a lot of people because I think that was the whole point. I think this is Mark Healy's thing is that he
Yeah,
wanted to give the joy of making games to everyone, not just the people that learn programming languages and been to university and college and done lots and lots of training, and they've done it. As far as I'm concerned, this is an excellent way of making a decent looking game
yeah.
simply, without too much hassle. Do you think it's a hassle? Do you think it was a very steep learning curve for you?
Um, I think the learning curve mostly involved just the controls. Um, and I mean, obviously, there is a learning curve to all aspects of Dreams and to making games in general. But the really steep learning curve was just those first few nights trying to figure out the controls. That was rough. But
Yeah.
like I said, it was a couple nights, which is
I,
nothing really.
I think it's what throws people. I mean, it certainly threw me when I first got into it because it is different.
Yeah,
Games are not. They don't use the. I don't know what's inside the controller. Is it sort of some sort of little gyroscope or something?
yeah,
Um, they tend to not use it as a major feature of games,
right.
and for the movement of the imp to be all about moving your controller and not moving the little sticks on the controller was weird, and I couldn't control it for days.
Yeah,
Very
and
frustrating.
that's a very common thing that I see all over the place. People just they can't stand the controls at first, and then once they get used to it, the controls actually work really well.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic, and people were like, "Oh no, I couldn't wait." They couldn't wait for the other control system,
Yeah,
and they're very happy now that they've got the control system of just the DS4 and the joysticks. But
it's too bad though because like if that was available in my first two nights, I probably wouldn't have stuck with the motion controls. But now that I have, I'm really happy that I have because it's so much faster than trying to move a cursor around with an analog stick.
absolutely, and I've said that to people. It's like, look, no, don't ruin it for yourself. Learn
Yeah,
the way it's supposed to
just
be.
yeah, just push through it and get to the other side.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate it.
And they say, wait, but have you tried it? Have you tried the DS4 control system?
Have I?
Yes.
No, I haven't. So I guess I can't really talk shit about it.
No, I haven't tried. My husband tried it because he can't stand that he can't do it.
Oh yeah.
Well, he has broken wrists, so moving
Oh well.
the the controller around is a bit of a problem for him. He hasn't got as
Yeah,
much mobility in his hands that he would
I think
need.
that's totally fair.
So he's hated it from the beginning just because he can't do it.
Yeah,
So he was like, okay, I'll use this, but he doesn't want to play Dreams, so
yeah.
I haven't really seen it in action. It looks like it works fine, and if people are happy with it, then that's great. But I think they're missing out. If they can move it around, I think they should.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, I've forgotten the controls. Oh, there we go. So is this game based on anything?
Great Job Human?
Yeah.
Yes, it's based on Astrobot Rescue Mission for PSVR.
Ah.
It's heavily inspired by that game. I mean, I definitely give it its own flavor, but it's pretty obvious inspiration if you've played that game.
Well, obviously, I don't have PSVR, so
Yeah.
oh god. I'm gonna get over here. There we go. It's really hard to interview and play this game. I'm now
I can imagine.
I'm now invested. I want to get past various bits.
You're controlling a character and you're talking to me at the same time.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to think what of my next question, and not sound like I've got dementia and I can't actually put two words together. Right, okay, let's get across here, because it's really difficult to talk. I mean, I've been making a game on stream during the week, and it's really hard to make a game and talk about it at the same time. I don't know how people do these streams where they make things while they're streaming. It's hard.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
No?
No, definitely not.
You're not interested in streaming or having a channel or?
Not really, no. It might be fun to do once or twice, but I have no plans to.
Oh my god. Sorry, I died.
Everyone dies here.
Yeah. I don't think I've got past this, to be fair. I think I did once. Oh gee, and now I'm not doing it an easy bit. Yeah. It's difficult. What I'm interested in is how did you learn how to do all the logic? I mean, was it obvious, or because if you've not done any programming or anything, how?
No, I don't know. I don't even think I watched that many tutorials. I just kind of figured it out on my own. Making Kubrick was a real learning experience. It was a huge pain in the ass, but it was probably worth it in the end, because I learned pretty much every aspect of Dreams, at least the basics.
I'm starting to embarrass myself now, so I'm going to stop there. Everybody think I can't play games at all. Yes. Right, okay. Right. So when you first got into Dreams, then what did you tackle first after you'd learnt how to move the imp around? What did you go for next?
I think the very first thing I tried to do was just to make a cube that I could rotate in the way that I needed to for Kubrick, because I had already designed the entire game basically before I even got my hands on the controller. And that was a lot trickier than you would think. Even now, sometimes I go back to it because I figure, well, I have so much more experience with logic now, I can probably figure out how to do this way more efficiently and easily, but I still can't. It's a weird problem.
Well, you got it working, so I always say to people, do not worry too much about whether you're doing it the right way. If it works, it's the right way. There's loads of ways of doing everything. You can run yourself in circles just trying to find out the best possible way of doing something.
Yeah. I mean, when I first start making a game, I usually try to think of the best possible way to do it. I'll look up tutorials and stuff like that for various things. But then, as I'm getting closer to finishing it, I'm just like, screw it. Just, if it works, it works. I don't care. Just let me finish this thing.
Yeah. I did ask my subscribers if they had any questions for you, and those that knew who you were. Do you feel like you're famous?
Definitely not.
No.
I don't even think I'm Dreams famous, to be honest.
You're not Dreams famous. You sure?
No.
No?
No.
I
People
think
don't know. I mean, it's kind of the hardcore community on Twitter probably knows who I am, but I don't think the wider Dreams community does.
Aw.
I think. Oh no, I don't mean that in a self-deprecating way. Even just
Would you want
I
to
think
be?
they probably know my games more than they know my name.
Yeah, but would you want to be though?
Dreams famous?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't even know what that would entail.
Well, neither do I, to be honest with you. But and what about if you suddenly it became a viral hit on YouTube or something? Somebody put up a clip of one of your games and
Oh,
everybody went mad over it. What would you like that? Would that be great? Or
I
would
mean,
that?
sure. I mean, it's always nice to have people freak out over something you've made, but
Would you feel pressure though to make things?
uh, no, not really.
No.
I actively try to keep dreams as casual as possible for myself because as soon as I start taking something seriously, I just it becomes work and I get burnt out and it stops being fun. So I
Well,
try to avoid, like I said, take it too seriously.
so you take the Steven Spielberg route. You make the things that you want to play. Is that?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I definitely keep other like players in mind when I'm making the game, but I wouldn't make something just because I think it'll be popular.
So, when we did the interview the first time round, which we had, like I say, we had technical problems and we had to abandon it. I asked you if you were going to go back in and make your old games VR compatible. Do you remember what you said?
I don't.
You said no.
No?
You said no. I don't want to go back. No, once I've done it, I don't want to go back. And you said.
I was probably thinking it was going to be a lot harder to do.
Because you have made most of your games VR compatible,
Yes.
and it was like, oh, so Kubrick, for example, in VR, is it different? Are you first person? How does it work for VR?
No,
Is it
it's basically just looks like the cubes are just kind of floating in front of you. It doesn't really like VR doesn't really add anything to
right?
it, but it looks cool because it's all 3D and it's like scaled down, so it actually looks really small in front of you, which is actually a
Right.
really cool effect in VR.
Aha. Okay. So and Great Job Human. That's in front of you, small again. Is it similar?
No, it's um, I mean, it's basically you're just the camera, and you're
Right.
in the spot wherever the camera would be. It's
So
just everything is 3D and scaled properly.
So, how did you find making all of your games VR compatible? How difficult was it?
It was very easy for most of them. The Great Job Human games I had up and running, I think within an hour of the update going out.
Wow,
Um,
yeah, that
yeah,
is fast. Yeah,
and I did go back in and just had to clean up some of the menus and stuff like that because they didn't look correct in VR. But the actual playable part of the games were basically perfect. They're fine.
and I mean, you kept them as VR compatible for otherwise, I've noticed some people made their games VR only so that you could play them, and now I can't play them, which
Yeah.
is which is disappointing for me because it's
You
like,
mean
oh
games that were originally released just normally, and then
yes,
they went back and made them VR only?
yes, there's a few of
That seems
those.
really strange to me.
Well, um,
Maybe they're just confused about the labeling.
it's possible. It's possible. It certainly confuses me because when I make an asset, I don't understand why I've got to say whether it's VR compatible or not. It's just an object. It's neither
Yeah.
VR nor non-VR. It's just an object. I
Yeah,
don't.
and I
I
don't even think it matters when you publish something as VR because only the scenes have to be labeled as VR compatible for the dream to be VR compatible. So you
Yeah.
don't have to go in and make every element VR compatible as well.
It seems a bit strange to me, but
Yeah.
it's early days, so perhaps that will disappear. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll all change and fiddle back. So, are you thinking of making a VR only game at any point?
I am. Well, it probably won't be VR only. I'll still make it playable outside of VR. Um, but whatever it is, it's not going to be my next game. What I'm working on now is like a 2D game, so it's not.
Right.
I mean, I'll probably try to let it be playable in VR if it works, but I'm not going to put a whole ton of work into it just for that.
So, Super Great Job Human is a demo.
Yes,
Now, I think last time we talked, you said it's actually bigger than Great Job Human.
quite a bit bigger. Yeah,
Yeah, except this is the demo. And
it's
the
at
other
least
one's a
twice
full game.
as to it. Yeah.
So, are you going to do more on this, or is it?
So I've been rethinking my strategy for that. I definitely, and this isn't set in stone either, but what I'm thinking, instead of continuing to make Super Great Job Human, I might just make more standalone Great Job Human games, because if I keep making levels for that game, any improvements I make, I have to go back to the old levels and update them to keep it consistent, like keep the quality consistent. I feel like I'm improving in my game making, and I don't want to spend all that time going back to old games and trying to, bring them up to my current standards.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that it says demo. I don't know. Do you think putting the word demo and whip on a game is detrimental to people playing it, or do you think it doesn't matter?
I've never really thought about it, but now that you mention it, if I see like WIP in a title, I'm probably less likely to check it out. I'm not sure why. It's probably just a subconscious thing, but
Yeah, this is the thing. I think that it can put some people off even trying it.
yeah.
So, and I can understand why people want to publish their work in progress, but I think they've got to expect that some people will play their unfinished game and maybe even like it, but never go back to it once you finish it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because they've played it already. So,
Yep.
Do you like to release things that are a little bit more complete?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, I think the Super Great Job Human is the only thing that I've released that isn't really complete. There was an arcade mode that I was going to make for Infinity Jump that I've kind of canceled.
Right.
That's just because I've moved on to other things, and I just hate going back to my old projects and working on them.
You want to move on to the next exciting thing that's in your head.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a project that I really would like to finish, and it's not up to me. It's up to the other people in the group, and I can't see it actually happening, but it might. They all keep saying yes, it will, but I can't do more with it, and it just gets like, I just want to move on to something else now.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. I can understand that. It's like, especially if you're pretty much done with it. If you've launched a thing and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, if it's like maybe a week or two after I release something, then I'm still okay going back and like tweaking things. But like, if I've already moved on to a new project and I'm like deep into development on that already, then yeah, that's the new thing that I'm obsessed with, and I've just forgotten everything I've done before.
So, how many updates do you think you do to something once you've released it? I mean, when you release something, do you assume that's it done, or do you put in?
I mean, go ahead.
I'm just asking whether you see that as an opportunity for people to playtest for you, and then you find out all the bugs, and then.
Well, I mean, I try to playtest as much as possible before I release it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still that feedback is invaluable, just from like the general community. I mean, after it's been released, because I mean, for the first week or so, I'm definitely like patching bugs and stuff like that. But it's just after a certain period of time that I just give up.
And do you find the community is helpful in helping you discover the little things that need changing? And
yeah, definitely. They're definitely good at spotting problems. Not always the best at knowing exactly like how to describe it in a way that I can understand what they're trying to tell me.
Right. Oh yeah, it can be difficult, especially with the amount of space that we've got to actually tell you in the Dreamverse. It's not really that easy. I'm completely stuck. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, you got to use your imp on those blue blocks.
Oh right, that's what I've got to do. There we go. Oh. I missed something. Okay, there we go. Dun dun dun. It is. Woo. Level change. Yeah. This is a big level for a demo, though. I mean.
Oh, it is. I've seen some people takes like 40 minutes to an hour to beat.
So what? Why did you call it a demo? Why didn't you just release it?
Well, because I was planning to release 5 more levels of this size.
Oh, wow. That was...
Yeah, the demo is a complete level. And then there's going to be, or I guess 4 more.
Gracious. Ambitious. And now you're not. And now you're not.
Well, I still plan on making those levels. They'll just be standalone games.
Can't you just link them in somehow? No?
Well, it's like I said, but then if I wanted to keep the quality consistent, I'd have to go back to the older levels constantly and update them.
Would you, though? Would anybody care?
I would.
Oh, okay.
I'm all about consistency in my levels.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, you're a perfectionist. That makes sense.
I don't know if I'd call myself a perfectionist, though. I think of perfectionist as like people who just fiddle with things forever and never actually finish anything. Like there is a point in all my games where I'm like, this is going to have to be good enough, because I can't just spend like a year making this one thing. I'm just not interested in that. I know some people can do that, but
I haven't got the patience for that myself.
No, I wouldn't be able to work on a single project for like a year and a half unless I'm getting paid for it or something.
Well, this is it. I mean, I've been this project that I've had is getting on for a year now, and it's
wow.
it's not a year of constant working on it. That's the thing. It's just a little bit here and a little bit there, and it's you get fed up. It's like move on to something else, something else, do something else now. So I totally understand. So do you like solo projects or collaborations more?
I've only collaborated like officially on one thing, which is Super Great Job Human. I collaborated with Vitamin G90, who did the music, and that was great. He's very receptive to feedback, and like pretty much all the music was almost perfect the first time he showed me.
Oh, I died. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
that happens.
Oh no. So did you approach him to do the music, or how did that happen?
I did. Yeah, because I didn't want typical platformer music, if that makes sense. I wanted something a little more relaxed, something not quite as melodic as you'd hear in most platformers, where they just kind of drill the melody into your head over and over again. I definitely wasn't looking for that. I wanted something a little more ambient. And I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah. How did I get up there before?
There's a platform back towards the checkpoint. There's a rabbit on it, so you can get up there.
I got up there, did I? Ah, how did I get across? Oh God, I don't know. Oh no, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh no, I didn't. And now I'm dead again. Okay, there we go. That was super great job, human. It's huge. There's so much of it, and yeah. I mean, I'm sort of a little sad that you're not going to finish it. I mean, I'm pleased that you're going to work on it, but I don't know. I like things to be finished.
Whatever Great Job Human game I make next will be so much better than Super Great Job Human anyway.
Right.
You don't want me just making more of the same thing. Trust me.
Oh, okay. So there's not going to be, other than these extra levels that you might release, there's not going to be Great Job Human 3. Massive Great Job Human. Amazing.
Oh no, it'll be something Great Job Human. It just won't be Super Great Job Human.
Fair enough. Right, so your impies then. You got impies for sound design on, what was it? I can't remember now.
For sound design on Great Job Human.
On Great Job Human.
Yeah.
Which, did they mean the music for that? In which case?
No, I think that's just the general like sound effects and all that stuff.
Right, so you didn't share your impy with Vitamin G? Right. Oh no,
he didn't do the music on the first game.
Oh, he just did the second game. The second game he did.
Right.
That's right. So you did all of the stuff on the first game. Perfect.
Yes.
I had visions. Do they give, when it's a team? Do they give everybody an impy, or is there just one?
I imagine it's probably just one to the main creator.
Ooh, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
My goodness, you can imagine if your name is on the game first, but you may not be the big creator. That might be number 2 or number 3. Ooh. Well, you've got an impy. Is your name on it?
Yes. I mean, my screen name.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. So it's not as if you can hand it over because it's got your name on it. Oh no, that's bad. And you had no issues whatsoever about accepting these wonderful impies. They come in the post.
They did, yes.
And are they heavy?
Surprisingly heavy, actually. I'm not sure what they're made of, but they definitely got some heft to them.
I think they're 3D printed. Have they got like little lines on? Looks like, that plastic wire stuff that 3D printed things are made of.
Not that I noticed.
Right.
But I can't see them from here, so I can't check.
So where do you keep them? Please tell me you keep them in the toilet.
I wish it was that. They're still in their boxes in my closet.
They're still in their box. Oh, that's terrible. Come on.
I know. I don't have any shelves to put them on. If I get some nice shelves, somewhere to put them and display them, I will. But until then, I have to keep them in my closet.
Oh my God. There are people that would have bought shelves just for their impies so they could show them off to everyone. No, that's perfectly fine. It's okay. It's okay. I just know there are some people that would have killed for an impy. That's not me, by the way, Mr. Casey Jones. So the thought that you've got 2 of them and they're in boxes in a wardrobe somewhere is just I like it.
I know. My secret shame has been exposed.
Oh no! I have revealed your secret. That is terrible. Did you watch the show? Did you watch the show?
Not live, but I watched it later. I was asleep when it was broadcast.
Oh, okay, that's the thing about the time zone thing with us all in the UK. I think they try to put things on that's at a time that's suitable for as many time zones as possible, but it can't be good for everybody all the time.
Well, I mean, in their defense, it was the afternoon here. I was just asleep because I work nights.
Yeah, well, but some people are working in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So and what did you think of the MP? Did you enjoy it? Was it a surprise?
Yeah, it was. I was very surprised. I did not expect to even be nominated. So I was shocked when that happened, and then when I won the first one, I was blown away. And then I'm pretty sure it was 2 categories in a row that I won. So that was really
What embarrassing.
just it,
Did you feel a little bit like, oh no, everybody's going to hate me because my name's come up twice now?
I didn't really think of that, but I can totally see how someone would go there.
No, never mind. It's not a big deal. Did they contact you before and ask you if you would be willing to take part? You'd accept the nomination?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, it was a little while ago.
And you had no trouble with that?
Oh no, of course not.
And did they do it one at a time?
What do you mean?
Did they?
Oh, for each game?
For each nomination, did they contact you one at a time?
I think they did, yeah.
Because that's what they did with me, and it was like, you've been nominated. It's like, oh, lovely, thank you. And then another, you've been nominated again. It's like, oh. And then the third time, they're like, you've been nominated a third. I said, look, tell you what, take it as read. Just put me down for all the categories, and then then you don't have to ask me again. They keep asking me, is it okay? It's like, if I was okay with the first one, of course I'm okay with the second, the third one. It was quite. I thought it was quite funny. I was almost hysterical with the nonsense of it all. But there you go. Do
Yeah,
you feel?
I've been contacted by them a couple times for other things. Just like I think when one of the commercials came out and one of my games was in it, they let me know about that, and then. There was something else that they were asking me about, but it was a similar thing. Like, if I agreed to this one thing, don't you think I would agree to this other thing as well?
Yeah.
But
I suppose they have to for legal reasons or something. I don't know.
oh yeah. I totally understand. I'm not complaining at all. It's just kind of funny.
So you're in a trailer, are you? One of your games?
I'm in one of them. Yeah.
How exciting
Actually, I think
was
I'm in
that?
a couple of them.
Yeah.
That was really exciting. Yeah, to see that.
Yeah.
Just the idea that millions of people that have no idea, like of my games or who I am or anything like that, could actually see footage of something I've done. It's pretty cool.
Wow, there you are.